welcome to the No Spin News, Monday, July 29th, 2024. Stand up for your country. Well, I wrote a column posted yesterday, and the title of the column is The Stakes. It is amazing how many Americans have no blanking clue about what is on the table in November. I spell it out in that column. I hope you all read the column. I can't do any more than this. Beginning today, this program, the No Spin News, and our radio affiliates all across the United States, we will have the smartest, most honest election coverage in the United States of America. No one will approach us in accuracy in putting on the table what is really happening without propaganda. So you're going to get it, and you're going to get it tonight. You're going to get a heavy dose of this tonight. But anyway, beginning today, almost all of our focus is going to be on the vote because it is so important for this country. And I'm going to walk everybody through the importance of it. This isn't about Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. It's about you and your family and how you want to live. Because if the progressives win in November, everything changes in this country. All of our lives change. And again, most people have no idea. So the talking points memo this evening is skin color and the vote. This is a very important talking points. So the polls, as you probably have heard, are getting tighter between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. The major reason for that is that women of color who had no interest in Joe Biden at all have now come over to support Vice President Harris. It is as simple as that. Now, men of color aren't that convinced about the vice president, but women, a substantial amount of American women of color like Kamala Harris. And the reasons vary. But that is what moved the polls in her direction. It's still very tight. Now, skin color will be on the ballot. They say democracy's on the ballot. Skin color is going to be on the ballot. And it shouldn't be. I mean, we should be way beyond this. Now, you vote for the person who you believe is best for the country. It doesn't matter what their skin color is. But the progressives are going to play that card and play it hard. So right now, one of the more vicious race baiters in the United States, a man named Roland Martin. Just throw his picture on up there. He used to work for CNN. We don't really know what Martin does now, but apparently he's attached himself to the Harris campaign, and I don't know if it's a formal arrangement or not. Here's some of the stuff that Roland Martin puts out there. Quote, the GOP, Republican Party, is a party of white supremacy. Any black person, even considering voting for Trump, is self-hating. The man adores white nationalists. Second one, racist Hulk Hogan, speaking tonight at RNC, how fitting. If I were Hulk Hogan, I'd sue the guy. Again, you know, Hulk Hogan won that big lawsuit against Gawker. If I were Hogan, I'd file a suit against Roland Martin. Just call him flat out a racist. Hey, Hulk, you know? So this guy, you don't get more hateful than those two tweets, but I'll give you two more. Okay? Here's what Martin said June 29th, 2023. Clarence Thomas is pathetic. He cites the founders. Same founders who supported slavery. Hell, they didn't want blacks to be free. They damn sure never envisioned us going to college. So the founding fathers are all racist, according to Roland Martin. How about another one? Black America, do you trust Trump? Do you trust a racist, sexist, xenophobe person who's done nothing to help our communities? You see what I'm talking about here? This is hate, right? That's it. H-A-T-E. And the guys on the internet, of course, roll the tape.
Black folks ain't caping for Donald Trump or feeling for Donald Trump, thinking He's been persecuted. Donald Trump is a rich white man who has never, ever, ever been held accountable for his actions. That man started his career on racism. Let me be absolutely clear. Above the Supreme Court, equal justice under law. But we know, because we can see it our own black eyes, that Donald Trump don't identify with any black person whatsoever.
Race, race, race. Hate, hate, hate. Now, Kamala Harris should absolutely disown this person immediately. And I, again, don't know whether he's attached to her campaign, but she should repudiate not only Roland Martin, but everybody who traffics in this kind of invective. If a white person went on and did that, what he's doing, and attacked black people the way Martin's attacking white people, the founding fathers, they're all racist, according to Roland Martin. Oh, yeah. Every one of them. I mean, it comes a point, if I'm going to interview Kamala Harris, I run that sound clip button. I said, do you support that? You have anything to do with Roland Martin? Is he on board on your campaign? Now, we're going to continue investigating this guy because we don't know. You know, he might be getting paid. I don't know. I don't know. I do know there's no place for his kind of hatred in this country, period. Election or no election. Okay. The skin color business, the entire business is anti-American. All right? It simply is. And there's no more I can say about it than if you do that, and there are whites who hate blacks, so you know it, but the black extremists like Roland Martin, they can do this stuff without impunity. They get away with it. Again, if you're white and you're attacking blacks, you're done. So it's going to get worse, unfortunately, this tactic, because if African Americans vote for Kamala Harris the same way they voted for Biden in 2020, then Harris has a good shot to win. Simple as that, because Donald Trump was making inroads into the African American community. They have no use for Joe Biden. Harris plays that race card, and I'm going to watch every single day. Every day. And she herself has played the race card. You saw it in the debate with Biden in 20, when she basically called Biden a racist for his vote on busing. But we'll see if she does it this time, and that's the memo. All right, new poll, ABC News Ipsos poll, suspect poll. We'll get to that in a moment. 1,200 U.S. adults, not voters, not registered voters, not likely voters, just adults. That's ridiculous. You've got to get people who are engaged in the process when you poll. First question, do you have a favorable or unfavorable opinion of Kamala Harris? Favorable 43, unfavorable 42. That is up 8 points since July 20th. In a week, she goes up 8 points because of the media. Okay? That's why. Favorable or unfavorable, Donald Trump. Favorable 36, unfavorable 52. So Trump is down 4 points in favorability. Unfavorable is about the same. Now, final question. Do you think Kamala Harris should be the Democratic nominee? Yes, 52%. Someone else, 44%. That's pretty close. So we know what's going on here. I'm just going to reiterate this one more time so you know. The closure of the polls is all due to racial politics. That's what it's due to. Now, the GOP is fighting back by putting out political ads. These aren't from the Trump campaign directly. They are from political action committees supporting the Trump campaign. There's a difference, but here's the tone. Go.
I often don't even look at a charge. specifics when I bail someone out.
The Hennepin County attorney called out the Minnesota Freedom Fund for bailing Mosley out of jail twice previously, even though he was arrested for having a gun in the courthouse.
The Minnesota Freedom Fund, which pays cash bail for low-income criminals, paid Tims's entire $10,000 bail in cash. 11 days later, police found a man bleeding from the head and ears in this alley. Police were able to arrest Tims in connection to this violent assault.
Howard was arrested and charged with second-degree murder. The Minnesota Freedom Fund acknowledged supporting Howard's bail.
All right, so Vice President Harris, as you'll remember, called for Americans to donate money to the Minnesota Freedom Fund after the George Floyd riots. So that's what they're tying her into. And she is a radical thing. Again, if you read my column, she's radical. By far, the most radical presidential candidate in a major party ever in this country. It's not even close. I mean, people go to George McGovern, all he was a peacenik. All right. Have you ever been buried in debt, piles of overdue bills, threatening phone calls, and it just won't stop? Done with debt is your way out. They have developed aggressive new strategies to end your debt permanently. Done with debt tirelessly negotiates with your creditors to lower or even forgive what you owe. And they do it all without bankruptcy or new loans. Done with debt has unique strategies to get you out of debt faster. But you need to hurry because some debt solutions are time sensitive. Visit donewithdebt.com and talk with one of their debt relief strategists for free. You have nothing to lose except your debt. Go to donewithdebt.com, donewithdebt.com. All right, let's go to the mail. We got DeWitt, and he says, seems like the Democratic strategy for Kamala is to memory hold her liberal positions and deny her ineffectiveness on the southern border. Those are not popular policies, so the Democrats have to hope most voters have Biden-esque memories come November. That means they don't remember anything. Anna, concierge member, Anna gets direct access to me. If Anna gets in any trouble in her life, I will help Anna. Bill, do you think most Americans can see how dangerous Kamala Harris will be if elected president, or are they too ignorant to know and simply don't care? I think the latter. A lot of dumb people. None watching us because you're seeking information and listening on the radio to get information, but there are a lot of stupid people. I mean, there's no doubt about it. And it's getting dumber. Country's getting dumber. David, concierge member, I will help David if he gets in trouble. Drip by drip, the reality of who and what this woman is will reveal itself to the majority of the voting public. Hopefully most folks will come to realize she is a progressive loon. I don't know if I would use the word loon. She is a very determined progressive, but she understands, unlike Joe Biden, exactly what the progressive movement wants. Biden never did. Was not capable of doing that. Janet, thank you, Bill, for saying this clearly. She's talking about my Sunday column entitled The Stakes. It's indeed a threatening irony how Kamala and her supporters are real enemies of democracy. They keep screaming about. James Jubin, Homer Glen, Illinois. So if Donald Trump starts slipping in the polls because of J.D. Vance, can he replace him? Could, won't. Okay? That's not going to happen unless there's some kind of big scandal or something, but I don't see it. Renee Rennie, Mr. O'Reilly, I'm a teacher in Southern California. I've read a few of the Killing books. I would like to teach them in my classroom and want to know if you have a lesson plan for that. I do not. But it is fairly simple. We have 13 Killing books, Renee. And if you want to teach your class history in a way that they will learn and pay attention to, you begin with killing the witches. That's the Mayflower, the first wave into the United States. Then you go to killing England. That's the Revolutionary War. Then you go to killing Lincoln. That's the Civil War. Then you go to killing Crazy Horse. That comes after the Civil War. That is the Native American Wars. And then you catapult up into modern times. So I applaud you, Renee, for wanting to do that because the kids would learn, particularly if they're juniors or seniors in high school, because these books are not boring, as most history books are. Dave Levins, Parsons, Kansas. I've read several of your books, O'Reilly. Enjoy them. I'm currently reading The United States of Trump and find it difficult to put down, very informative. The United States of Trump is simply about the man. It is not a political book. You want to know about him, how he got where he is, who he really is, both good and bad. You read The United States of Trump. And it's on BillO'Reilly.com. You can order it anytime. Amazon has it, Barnes & Noble. Mary Bauer-Jones, Hamilton, Montana. I wear the American Patriot ball cap. All right? I've done it for many years. I wanted you to know. There's hardly a day when someone does not have a positive comment. The American Patriot ball cap. That's going back. But we have the Team Normal ball cap now. That's new. That's my favorite. The Team Normal. Because people go, Team Normal, what's that? And then you get in a conversation. It's fun. All right, so now I got up here on the set, I got my mugs, like Cup of No Joe, Not Woke. And these are the greatest mugs. They're heavy, a lot of beverage in there. And Team Normal. And then we have, and they're beautiful, and made in America. And then we have Stand Up for Your Country. All four of them, you buy them, historical memorabilia, and we give you a big discount on them, okay? So this is really worth it if you want a memento of this year and the election. Confronting the President's out September 10th, 2024, this year, coming up fast. And the advance orders are overwhelming, so get online so we can get it to you first. I mean, we have a lot of advance on this. Word of the day, do not be a Philistine. Philistine. Don't be a Philistine. Write to me, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com. Bill at BillO'Reilly.com. Name and town, if you wish to opine. I got a lot of... See, if you're on the message board, and if you're premium or concierge members at BillO'Reilly.com, you can post on our message board. Can't post any hate, any obscenities. We won't take that. But you can post, and you have conversations with people. Then I don't need your name and town because we have it already because you're premium members. But if you're not a premium member and you write to me, you got to put your name and town so we know you're a real person, not AI or something. Okay, now I got a final thought you're never going to forget. Back in a moment with it. Everything is expensive these days, you know that. The government is printing trillions of dollars and consumer prices higher than ever. If the government continues its printing and spending, the dollar could continue its free fall and lose its coveted role as the world reserve currency. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But there are a few things you can do right now. American Hartford Gold can show you how to protect your money, your retirement, your hard-earned savings against inflation by helping you diversify a portion of your portfolio into physical gold and silver. Start with a short phone call, and they can have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your 401k or IRA. So please call or text them right now. Tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you. Call 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, that's 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. You work hard to support yourself and your family, but it may seem like you never take that next financial step forward. If the bills are higher than what you bring in, a credit card might be what's making up the difference for you. The problem is the debt keeps on growing. Well, if you own a home, my friends at American Financing can help you break that cycle. American Financing saves people like you an average of $854 a month. Even better, it costs nothing to find out how much you can save. And if you call American Financing today, you might be able to delay 2 mortgage payments. So start your journey towards being credit card debt-free. please call 888-462-9557, 888-462-9557, or visit AmericanFinancing.net. All right, here's the final thought of the day. So as some of you know, I have a home out in eastern Long Island. Beautiful. In the summer, the best place on earth, in my opinion. Just gorgeous. And nature is incredible. No pollution out there. Ocean and the Long Island Sound, clean, great fishing. This weekend, the dolphins were all over my backyard, jumping up and down. We got the whales. No sharks, by the way, because the currents where we are so strong. Sharks are out. My son caught a mako. Boy, that was something, getting that into the boat a few years ago. Anyway, so you got to eat out there, and you got to eat out there in eastern Long Island. The restaurants are insane. Insane. So I'm entering this place. I'm going to mention it, the Montauk Yacht Club. I'm looking at the menu. Roast chicken, $52. $52. Chicken. I don't even think they gave you anything with. Maybe they threw on a vegetable. But I was so up. I went, what? $52. You can imagine what steak and lobster were. The chicken is $52. So I had my producers look up the expression, a fool and his money are soon parted. It comes from 1587. In England, John Bridge wrote it down, and here is the quote. If they pay a penny or 2 pence more for the readiness of them, I don't know what them is, let them look to that a fool and his money is soon parted. And it's true. What kind of a moron, I'm sorry, I don't care how good it tastes, what kind of a moron would pay $52 for a plate of chicken? I mean, you could buy 10 chickens and put them in a coop in your backyard, I think, for $52. So it's getting out of control. The point of this is no one is forcing you to overpay for anything. And you can get fair deals. You got to look. You got to look hard. But they're out there. But a lot of wealthy people, I don't care, it's chicken, I want chicken, here's $52. No. No. Now, I have to say that restaurant was not crowded. I think people are going, you know what? We're not going. Even if you have the money, you want to set it on fire? That's what you're doing. You're taking a lighter and just burning up the cash by paying those kinds of prices. So the Montauk Yacht Club is a lovely place. I mean, right on the water, gorgeous. But you got to bring your prices down out there, or you're going out of business. I guarantee you'll go out of business. And you put a lot of money into gussying that place up. So I'm looking out for you. You got to be reasonable here. Okay, $52 is not going to cut it anywhere. Anywhere. I think I made my point. Thank you very much for watching and listening to the No Spin News. We'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.